are not tired. They are not the reasons why our hospitals are like a mortuary, glorified mortuaries. They are not the reasons why majority of our young people are currently jobless. It's not because of that abuse, is it?
In 2024, people don't have running water to their house.
No.
In 2024.
No sewage system too.
In the biggest city, no sewage system, no electricity.
Zero.
The pole can fall now, and it will just electrocute you.
Luxury.
If your transformer blows, when will you have light next?
Do you know there is no light in my hometown right now, Odogbolu, for the past I think it's about 4 months now. And you know, so they don't like me. That's why I didn't push it, okay? You see, people stole, Baba, they stole electricity cable. They stole electricity cable that supply electricity to my hometown, Odogbolu. Odogbolu is the capital of Odogbolu local government area, Ogun State. You get? Baba, everybody just they live like say, may they continue. From Ikene, you see that Okoroba in Ikene, that Mayflower. Between Mayflower and the Odogbolu Junction, they removed all our wires. Odogbolu no get electricity now. My hometown. And some criminals out there, right, will tell you the government is trying. Let us, man, Baba, see.
You know the worst one. You know the people that say that the most? The people that jack out of Nigeria.
Most of them.
And that thing used to pain me. Because I used to tell them that if this Australia that you are in, this Canada, this USA that you are in, if they are running Nigeria type of system, will you want to go there? And then they start insulting me. Very, very wicked, heartless people. What they don't want, what they ran away from.
It's a matter of time.
Yes, so you know what they ran away from. They want Nigerians to suffer it. They will not be saying US president. They will be comparing other with they will be comparing us with the worst of everywhere. So why did you leave? Go back. If Nigeria is getting better, go back. You know, if Nigeria is getting better, go back now and experience the betterment
with your family and business. At least it's your country.
Why are you still here? Why are you still here?
You know, another one, Baba. I like your rants. Please do your best to always kind of stop by like this, okay? To add your voice every now and then. Thank you so much. You didn't tell me your name or us your name, or you want to keep it that way?
Yeah, for now, anonymous.
Keep it that way for now, okay? Brilliant. You have a good one, sir. Okay, nice one. There you have it. You know, sir, I don't talk out here. Maybe I know some of you will laugh at me. Hey, your hometown no get electricity. I swear they stole the cable. It was raining and there was no electricity. Then everybody they were waiting for, okay, the rain don't go now. May light come. Oh. But for like 4 months now, there is no light in Odogbolu and the other surrounding communities. Simply because the electricity pole that brings in the electricity from another town to my hometown, some people stole the cable. Yeah, they took all of it. And the Nigerian, the Ogun State government, the NEPA, the PHCN, they don't send them. The local government headquarters is in Odogbo, so the local government headquarters no get electricity. But they have local government chairman who resumed there every day. He goes to office every day. No electricity. And everybody just lives on. Now, my own people were there. Now, I have added, I can imagine now, I have to add more to their allowances because now they have to buy more petrol. No, they are not even buying petrol. They are now buying, they have this massive inverter. You saw this massive electricity inverter, something. Baba. Everybody just they put up, and we are just praying for the sun to shine and power it for them. The whole town. When I was still living in Odogbolu, our population was put at somewhere around 85,000. That's our population. Now, I think we should be probably over 100,000 people who lives in my hometown alone. That Odogbolu alone. And they are living in darkness as we speak for the past 4 months. Dubious dark war. Just know that too. There are aged older people in that hometown where I know you subjected them to perpetual darkness. You that hear that Odogbolu is in darkness, and as a government, irresponsible government, you left them. ìtókùnú ayé ẹ̀ nígbà tó bá kù díẹ̀ báyìí kò kú báyìí dubious dàpọ̀ inú òkùnkùn ló ti máa lò àtàwọn tweet ẹ̀. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Mayogun. Good afternoon.
Dear brother, how are you today, Baba?
I'm doing well, man. I have to take a break
Well.
from...
Something must have jotted you to say you will call in tonight. It's a real one. I saw your
Yeah,
chat as well. Thank you, Baba.
you're welcome, man. I decided to take a break from news, man. So many bad news from Nigeria. And when I decided to get back on, I'm hearing the seas plane and all
It's
that.
not going anywhere.
What kind of
You see,
ridiculous
when
is
people
that?
say they are tired of hearing about Nigeria, I just want to give myself a break. It no matter. If you like, give yourself a 6-month break until that contraption is totally broken, right? The problem they there. Anytime you decide to check, you go meet the backlog. Baba, it's not going anywhere. The criminals are still in charge, still powerful.
Yeah, it's been mentally stressful, man. I was listening to a news. It's like an Indian news on YouTube.
Right.
And it was there they talked about asset being seized. And I'm like, how did we get here? How did we get to this level?
I tell you.
It's like they seized planes. They've also seized some houses in US, I think in the UK. So it's like
they haven't announced that of US. I have seen a court judgment in US that says an appeal, Nigerians appeal in US, they lost, where they tried to say they have immunity over their properties and people can't just take their properties. And a US district judge said, are you crazy? You are in debt. You're talking about immunity. So they gave this company clearance. So in another few days now, via another breaking news, they've taken another property in America. So far, so good. UK, France, and now Canada. Bro.
Wow. You see, as bad as we hate Abacha, we still understand now that the level of leaders we have, especially those that claim to be Democrats, they are far useless. Because I think you mentioned in one of your episodes that Abacha was trying to kill Nigeria's problem from within, and those that were shouting democracy, they were those that weren't able to share in the loot with Abacha.
Papa, we don't find out now. Remember, people who were shouting, they demonized Abacha, right? That we celebrated when he died. This is one beautiful, beautiful thing that the dangerous media can do. I say beautiful in the sense that it was beautiful in our eyes then that the enemy of Nigeria was dead. Abacha said, these guys, they are promoting tribalism, ethnic this, religious this, all for power, for their selfishness. But we thought he was the devil. Now people were told us democracy was the best, and now the ones shooting us in the face for standing up saying, we no go agree, we no go agree. They say, you no go waiting, shoot them for head, for back. So Abacha was really right. Unfortunately, he was right. The people who told us that Abacha was bad are the ones who are now probably doing worse than Abacha. Baba, look now. Don't be duped and dupe also.
I was having a dinner with one of my schoolmates over this weekend. He's Indian, and then I mentioned how India is having like a good economic growth rate, and I was like, oh yeah. Then he also now asked about Nigeria. I was like, oh, this is what we do, man. This is Nigeria. After I gave him story of the history of corruption, this guy was like, man, you guys just steal money, man. You guys just steal. And it's like no one is even pretending to even govern at all. They're just stealing in front of everyone, in front of the masses, like the president, his family, everyone just stealing openly. It's like, this is madness.
Like converting national assets to your own family and friends. What have you, Baba? No appropriation for a $13.8 billion road project. No bidding, no nothing. Baba Ogbeni awarded it to his own confidant. Pay him 1.2 trillion, Baba. And all we did was just to say, what is this? This is nonsense. This is rubbish. But they collected the money and they are still fine. Then Alaye decided to buy himself a yacht. How dare you buy a yacht? You are so mean. We shouted. Then it was like, una the craze. Me, we are going to buy plane. Now he just took 150 billion, bought himself a Lokuya Crafts. We are still shouting, hey. So he's having the ball of his life. By the time he's done, I don't have a clue what it's gonna be like, bro.
You know, where I joke, man. Last time I was in Nigeria, I saw one of my parents former employee. This person is naturally skinny, naturally skinny. But when I saw this person,
You
it
don't
was
lose
as
more
if
weight.
there's just bone and flesh.
Maybe
There's no
he's
meat.
dieting.
Maybe it's dieting.
You know,
It's
like these
dieting.
days,
Like,
there are some
Nigeria is
there are
the
some
fat.
there are some diet routine that you won't believe it, right? That people will
Nigeria
tell
is the
you.
fat, so you have to lose
uh
weight.
You know me, I used
I
to
said,
believe that. See, I used to believe that fasting was just for spiritual until some of my party in Nigeria said, "Do you know fasting is healthy?" I said, "No, I don't know." So, fasting, why healthy? Go like, you just kind of make sure that you ration what you eat, and then you don't have to eat breakfast. There's nothing breaking about the fast. Okay, you can let the fast get to midday. Have something lighter. Just make sure that when you go to bed, before you go to bed, you have something solid to eat. And you see, it's good for your health. I said, Baba Yonshe, that's not health advice. It's like what Pastor said. Gari yedungan, kò
fat like
ní
I trying to
sugar
burn.
rárá, ìyà ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Ẹ bá ń wa pọ̀ mọ́ o, kò ní fish o, ìyà ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. You know what I mean? So yeah, people are dieting, I would say.
Hmm.
It's unfortunate.
Hmm.
Forced
The
dieting.
other thing, the other thing that's worrisome is this so religious nonsense. I think the protest was heavier in the north, but in Lagos, some were actually doing like million march for God or something.
I know.
It's like, do you people know your pastors have like passports, foreign passports? If Nigeria is scattered, they'll leave the country now. It's where I joke, man. And lastly, there's been a few debates that I've actually even encountered on social media where they show poor Yorubas, crying or shouting poverty, being power, and all that. And some other people from other tribes, they start to say, Emilio Khan, you voted for your people, so suffer the consequences. And it's like Tinubu lost the election in Lagos, and we all know he lost all across the
They
southwest.
actually lost in Southwest as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to
Then,
fix it.
yeah. Then we also now look at those that actually voted. I think Tinubu won about like maybe 8 point something million votes out of a country of 200 and something. So I don't get why people are pushing tribal narrative to attack
No, it is them.
folks that literally
It is
just.
no, it is Tinubu's camp. You get what I mean? They had to
Mm.
push that. You see, they had to push that tribal ethnic narrative. Okay, like my last caller said, right? It sort of works, right? It worked for people who already have nothing to do, so they were able to have this hatred through them, and this venting of their disappointment on the wrong people. It's totally sponsored, and like if you see somebody if you see a name that shows Ifeanyi Chukwuemeka on social media,
Yeah.
and suddenly said, "Man, Yorubas are just dirty, coward people. I will never have anything to do with Yoruba people." And you are a Yoruba person, like first and first, you'll be like, what prompted this? Why would this? Then you see somebody who will come and say, no, next time you should ask the reason. Now one Yoruba boy said, Igbo people are so and so yesterday. When you go and check, you will see that they are up on a fake social media profile. But you are real. That person is real. That one is really Igbo. This person is real Yoruba. Now they've already dropped it. Now go react to it. I said, this is not the first one. I have seen about 5 different posts abusing and attacking Yoruba. For why? And then you go use your head and say, nah, them. You see, I've seen about 15 posts from Yoruba people attacking the Igbos, abusing the Igbos, threatening the Igbos. You'll be like, the number one thing you look around and say, what exactly would you say is the problem with Yoruba and Igbos? Nothing. But when you hear them abusing the Igbos and you are Igbo, you don't know that they are the handles of all these guys, government-sponsored tribalism. It's such a shame that they were even contracting people, Baba. They are asking people, are you ready to help us attack the Igbos? And people say yes. And then they will contact other people and say, are you ready to help us attack the Yorubas? And they will say, yes, I've always been looking for that. Government sponsored. It's unfortunate. That's why it's so strong. If not, it won't be a thing. Here you get. We've always had prejudices against ourselves, but not to this extent of hatred. You get that? Oh, the Yorubas are this. Oh, the Igbos are this. Oh, the Hausa. You get. We always had those prejudices, right? But they are not to the point of so hatred that they've made it. So I kind of wish everybody would see it that way and stop responding to some of those posts.
What's quite unfortunate is when they say all these Igbos are the problem, Igbos are this, Igbos are that, they engage in those debates. I'm like, you guys live in Lagos or in other Yoruba states. What have your governors, commissioners, ministers, deputy governors, what have they done to actually better you guys? You look at the old public schools we have across Lagos. Now they are in a deplorable state, and people attack Igbos for like how is this? We've had Yoruba presidents. How many Igbo of states have we had?
It is politically sponsored. That's what people should know. But me, I can only say things. I cannot help how people react to things. It's out there. Like social media is saturated with all these messages. If it is not Do versus Igbo, Igbo versus this, that one versus Igbo, and this other one versus, and then you see all these lunatics on social media who have sort of taken them in so much that they'll begin to tell you story. But you see the ones where they kind of moss me, right? Is somebody who is so stupid and ignorant, right? Who say, see, let me tell you something. You need to read history about these Igbo people. See, Baba, all these Igbo people, if you read the history, I'll be like, okay. Then you see another idiot. It'll be like, you see, as an Igbo person, you need to read history about these Yoruba people. These Yoruba people hate us. Go and read their history. They hate us. And then I'm like, where should I start from that? Your problem is not Yoruba, it's not Igbo. Can you please pay attention to the immediate one that is sending majority of you to the Golgotha? Papa, we are talking about a perpetuity of what? Poverty? That should worry everybody, but I'm trying. I don't think I can win it easily, but I'll keep trying. I just hope people will read through and see all those things that they are like sponsored and not react to them the way they do. I just hope. Everybody's prejudices as we speak right now. Now, sha like this, you know. Oshi, thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Man. Have a good one. Take care.
That's Festus, ladies and gentlemen. Correct guy. So I do have we do have just about 30 minutes to go now. And it's always a good thing to remind us that, please, if you haven't really paid your offering, do so now, okay? And thank you. Yeah, thank you to these two guys who just bought me a coffee. You know me, I'll kind of acknowledge that. So thank you. Meanwhile, we have another caller on the line. Here. Hello.
Hello, Maigo.
Oh, hello, ma'am. It's a charm.
No, this is Malomo.
Oh, that seems like I'm having another, somebody like, very strong-faced, lady here. Malomo. How are you today? Since this is our first time of, talking.
Actually, it's my second time calling in.
Oh, beautiful. So, thank you so much then, my lady, please.
Okay, thank you for all you do, for shedding light into so many of the things that are going on that actually hidden. But for you, a lot of these things wouldn't have been brought to light.
Thanks so much.
The situation on ground in Nigeria is actually depressing. The people have been cowered into the corner, and you can actually see that feeling of helplessness in them. And the excesses of our leaders, it has gone on for too long. Which makes me query, do we still have able-bodied men and women? Where are the scouts? Where are the courageous ones? Because courage is not the absence of fear. You can still be courageous even when you're afraid. When you know you have something to do. Maigun, we need to do something.
And we have to.
Makes me also wonder if it means we don't have integrity anymore. Is there no one with integrity or loyalty to country, to fatherland, to motherland?
I think
Are we just going to
is.
fold?
We still have those people. You know something, ma'am? What I observe